We're going to start by sitting comfortably, taking the arms out, and then on an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up high, cross them over, and exhale to release. Just taking it nice and slow, and then repeat, but crossing the arms the opposite way. So use your inhale to lift the arms up, and then the exhale to bring them down. Keep the arms as long as you can at all times. And then we'll do it twice more. And then release, and then bring your hands to your knees or to on top of your thighs if your legs are stretched out, and we're going to do some torso circles, so nice big circles, still keeping the spine nice and long. And again, there's no need to rush, just take your time. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. All the while keeping the breath nice and steady. And then back upright. We'll now come to hands and knees. So starting in your tabletop position, with the knees underneath the hips and the wrists underneath the shoulders, stretching the fingers out, really pressing the palms and the fingertips into the mat, and arching the spine, tucking the chin in, and then curling the spine in the opposite direction, and then arching a second time. And then curling the spine down, and then arching a third time, and curling down, and returning to tabletop. And you're going to take your left leg straight out behind you and bring it across to the right, bringing toes onto the floor. And then release, and repeat for the right leg, pushing it straight out behind you and taking toes onto the floor, onto the left side. And just holding for a breath or two, and then bringing yourself back to tabletop, and then we're going to push back towards the heels and stretch the arms out into child's pose, and then take a couple of breaths while you're here. You can always bring the hands to underneath the forehead if that's easier. And then come back up into tabletop, cross one ankle over the other, and then push back and just stretch the arms out, but we're not bringing the head down this time. And then come back into tabletop and swap over. Again, push back, stretch the arms out. So for me, this side is much easier than the other side, and you might notice a difference too. And then coming back up into tabletop, and then we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, push back onto the heels into your downward facing dog. And we're just feeling the stretch there. And then bringing the knees down and then lowering the whole body down. Bring hands underneath shoulders, stretch the legs out, keep elbows tucked in, and on an inhale you're going to lift up into your snake pose. Keep the breath steady. And release, and then push back up into tabletop, and then back up into downward facing dog. Make sure the feet are in line with the hips and the shoulders. You're pushing your tailbone away from you. And then slowly bring the feet towards the hands. And then roll the body up into your mountain pose.